Today's third video views more news stories from Ethiopia and Eritrea as well. Yesterday, Dr. Tedros targeted Eritrea. He said Eritrean forces invaded Tigray and Eritrea and Ethiopian government laid siege to Tigray. Tigray is still under siege despite announcement of a truce. What happened after that? Yemane Gebremeskel, Eritrean information minister, responded to Dr. Tedros' tweet. What did Yemane say? Secondly, an audio recording of an OLA's internal meeting is being shared. A leaked audio recording. The meeting was held to discuss the withdrawal of OLA forces from some places in Oromia. We have no confirmation about the authenticity of this audio recording. But what did the commanders discuss according to this audio recording regarding the withdrawal of OLA fighters? Thirdly, we have some pictures for you showing new TDF recruits. The pictures are being shared by pro-Tigray news sources, pro-Tigray activists. Hundreds of new TDF recruits can be seen. What does it indicate? Does it indicate that TDF is planning another military offensive? And lastly, some updates from West Shiva zone of Oromia, where we know that OLA has a significant on-the-ground presence. We have some reports about ongoing fighting in some parts of West Shiva zone, situated to the west of Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. Some pictures as well for you from West Shiva. Firstly, was Dr. Tedros and Yemane Gebremeskel of Eritrea have exchanged some strong statements. Dr. Tedros spoke yesterday. He said that Eritrea invaded Tigray in November 2020 and Eritrea and Ethiopia sealed Tigray borders, and since then Tigray has been under a siege. What happened after that? After that, Yemane Gebremeskel, Eritrean information minister, spoke. What did he say? Yemane Gebremeskel says TPLF's modus operandi from the outset has been repetition of lies. WHO Director Dr. Tedros repeatedly outrightly lies, and TPLF started unprovoked war of insurrection. So Dr. Tedros is being accused of lying, TPLF is being accused of lying by Eritrean information minister. We used to see some exchange of hot words, exchange of strong statements between Eritrean information minister and US embassy in Eritrea. Now same is happening between Dr. Tedros and Yemane Gebremeskel. Dr. Tedros is effectively raising his voice for Tigrayans, though he claims to be neutral, but obviously he focuses more on Tigray conflict than on other conflicts. So that is why he is being accused of being pro-Tigray, that he is backing Tigray, he is backing TPLF. Secondly, viewers, we have a new story about a secret meeting of Oromo Liberation Army. Audio recording of the meeting is being shared by some news sources. What was this meeting about? Firstly, we could not confirm the authenticity of this audio recording, but the topic discussed is very relevant. That is why we thought of sharing it with you. Now, in the audio recording which we have got translated, the withdrawal of Oromo Liberation Army fighters from central Oromia towards western Oromia is being discussed. We know that western Oromia, Valaga, is OLA's stronghold. Southern Oromia is also OLA stronghold, but recently OLA has managed to make inroads into Central Oromia as well. South West Shiva, there is presence of OLA there. Other parts of Central Oromia, now OLA has managed to expand its operations. Now, when military operation, I guess Oromo Liberation Army is underway, the safest place for OLA would be its previous strongholds in Western and Southern Oromia. And that was discussed in that meeting. Reportedly, Jalmaro proposed that Oromo Liberation Army fighters should withdraw from Central Oromia towards western part of Oromia, and then some other commander responded to this proposal of Jalmaro. Jal Sanye, who is leading OLA's central front, he said that it would take weeks, 2 to 3 weeks at least, to withdraw from central towards western Oromia. And secondly, he said that this decision should be made after consultation with other commanders as well who are on the ground. So after thorough consultation, the decision should be made. Then after that, reportedly, Jal Gemacho Eboe, who is vice president, vice chairman of Oromo Liberation Army, he spoke. Reportedly, he opposed the withdrawal of OLA from different parts of Oromia towards western Oromia. He said that in 1992, OLA withdrew in this manner, and then TPLF launched a military offensive on OLA's camps. So it should not happen again. So Joel Gemacho Eboe opposed this idea. Jal Sanye seemed reluctant too. No final decision has been made regarding the withdrawal of OLA fighters from different parts of Oromia towards western Oromia. But it seems that this strategy could be adopted in coming days. So it might be under discussion at OLA meetings, but so far on the ground OLA is not withdrawing towards the western part of Oromia. Thirdly, we have some pictures for you of TDF fighters. The newly trained TDF fighters can be seen. The pictures are being shared by several TDF backed news sources, TDF activists, and they say these are new pictures. You can see hundreds of newly trained TDF fighters. You can see pictures on your screen. Hundreds of newly trained Tigray Defense Force recruits can be seen. Question is, does this indicate that Tigray Defense Force is planning another military offensive on some front? Well, it could be preparation, but I personally think that whether there is peace or war, now TDF will keep on strengthening its force, its ranks, because TDF generals, Tigray government, they made it clear that they will never compromise on their security. So even after the announcement of truce, if it is totally implemented, I think the recruitments will continue. TDF will try to evolve into a regular army, which it is. It will try to strengthen its ranks. So the recruitments could not be linked to a new military offensive. It's just a recruitment process which will continue in Tigray. Lastly, some updates from Western Shiva, West Shiva zone of Oromia. Here fighting is being reported in several parts of this zone. Some updates from Koricha, Dera and Bone. Here heavy clashes erupted between OLA fighters and government forces. Reportedly, Ethiopian National Defense Force was involved in fighting here. OLA backed news sources have shared several pictures and videos of some weapons captured in West Shiva zone, some captured ENDF soldiers also being shown by OLA backed news sources. That just shows that West Shiva is a very active battlefront between OLA fighters and government forces, Oromia regional government and ENDF. You can see a picture on your screen. The picture is reportedly from Haro Vanchi. Haro Vanchi is also in central part of Oromia. Here you can see some OLA fighters. In Haro Vanchi, a mayor was killed, I think 3 days ago. I did a video on that. A former mayor of Haro Vanchi was killed, reportedly, allegedly by government forces, but no statement from regional government about the killing of former mayor of Haro Vanchi. Thanks for watching.